This 11-story hotel is unlike anything Melbourne has ever seen. With an amazing rooftop bar and gathering space, incredible conference facilities, and of course, amazing guest rooms and suites like this one. So if you have friends and family coming to town for a visit, or want to go out and enjoy downtown Melbourne's great restaurants, bars, and shopping for a night or two, Hotel Melby is the place to be. Hello and welcome back to the 411 on the 321, Tales, Tenets, and Tips from Space Coast Business Leaders, brought to you by the Melbourne Regional Chamber. I'm your host, Mel Thomas, and I'm so excited to be joining you this morning from the beautiful Hotel Melby, downtown Melbourne. My guest today is Becky Ratchford. She is the Supply Chain Strategy Manager for Collins Aerospace and also serves as the chair of the Melbourne Regional Chamber's Space Coast Young Professionals. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you. So we're going to be right back with Becky in a minute after a word from our sponsor, Hedrick Brothers Construction.
Since 1979, Hedrick Brothers Construction has been delivering quality construction for the commercial and luxury residential markets of South Florida. In 2020, a team of 2 expanded into the Space Coast region and opened an office here in Melbourne. 3 years later, the team's grown to over a dozen professionals, working on large, local projects and investing in our community. The sky's the limit for the Hedrick team. Get to know them. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back and welcome to Becky.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited to have you all to myself for like 30 minutes. This is going to be fabulous. Usually we're at events and I don't get to talk to you very much.
Right.
So we're going to have a good time. So for anyone that doesn't know you, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. I graduated from the University of South Florida with my degree in industrial engineering and joined a rotational program with Collins and started in Melbourne in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much never left. And I love it here so much. I met my husband here. And 2020 was very interesting. We got engaged through COVID.
Wow.
And then planned a wedding, got married. And
most people just like adopted a dog or a cat.
Yeah.
Like you went for it. Yeah.
It was a great experience.
Okay.
Though. But, and all through that, I also got my MBA with a concentration in supply chain management and operational systems.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I actually took my final on my honeymoon.
Oh my gosh.
Story.
How romantic.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Okay. So let's talk about that supply chain management job. Tell us about your role. What do you do?
I am a supply chain strategy manager at Collins. So basically, it's like a project manager type of position.
Mm-hmm.
I work with a few different departments to try to get the best possible cost from the suppliers we want to strategically do business with.
Yeah.
And then just get them on long-term agreements so that way we can keep the pricing and keep that relationship going with our suppliers. It's pretty cool.
I was going to say, it sounds kind of interesting. Like, I mean, you're looking for the best fit for both sides. Like,
Right.
You're there to kind of facilitate that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of your job?
Honestly, the people and the relationships that I'm building. Yeah.
Nice.
I really enjoy making an impact, but the people that I work with are incredible, and developing others is a big passion of mine.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, we're going to talk about that professional development in a minute. But just kind of speaking of Collins, I mean, I think they've just been a great community partner here. And I know that one of the things probably in your role is that you want to work with some of the smaller businesses, the local businesses too, if you can.
Right.
So bravo to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so let's talk about the Space Coast Young Professionals.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so anyone that's watching is probably familiar with the Melbourne Chamber, and they've seen the evolution of the Space Coast Young Professionals grow into the force that it is now. I'm very happy to be the first one to announce that you are the chair for 2023.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us in your own words, what does the Space Coast Young Professionals do? What role do they serve here?
It's really developing the young talent that we have here in Melbourne. We do events to support nonprofits, and we also try to work to develop our youth because they are the future leaders of Brevard. So that's, in a nutshell, what we try to accomplish.
Yeah. And now you're supported by a special group, your steering committee, correct?
Yes.
We love them, don't we?
Yes, they are awesome group of people.
Good. So I wonder, Collins is the champion sponsor of the Space Coast Young Professionals.
Yes.
And this is your second or third year doing that?
It's my second year doing it. Yeah.
Excellent.
Really
well,
excited.
thank you for your support. And I'm wondering, why was that important to Collins?
We just, like I said, the really main thing that we want to do is to develop our youth right?
Yeah.
So we're very passionate about that. We love having young leaders and aspiring leaders, and we just want to develop our community as well and support all the local businesses. So all of that kind of tied into how we became the champion sponsor, which is really awesome. Very, very grateful to be the face of that.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. We're grateful for Collins for stepping up. I think it puts some power behind the group too, to see such an important community stakeholder step up and say, this is an important group. This is the future. We're going to throw our support behind this.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Our steering committee is also made up of a bunch of different local companies as well. So we've got people from like L3 Harris, we've got people from Leonardo DRS, and it's just made up of a wonderful, diverse group of people. So it's really great.
They really are cool. You've got nonprofits on there. You've got small businesses, career sources on there. I mean, I could sit here all day and we could probably talk about them.
All of which are making an incredible impact here in Brevard. So
yeah. Bravo.
Very, very grateful
very
to have
cool
them
group.
on our team.
So we're selling the heck out of Space Coast Young Professionals right now. And I'm wondering, you know, I am not in that sweet spot that you serve. That 21 to 35-year-old is probably your target. But are older folks like me allowed to go to your events?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
But you're not old.
Tell that to my roots, but thank you. I appreciate that. So you embrace all ages, right?
Yep, definitely. Okay. We embrace all ages. We love the partners that we can develop that are also passionate about developing our youth. So our events are open to basically anybody.
Okay. What have you got coming up?
We have quarterly events that will serve our nonprofits in the area. Typically, we'll have a speaker from the nonprofit as well as some type of leader that would want to develop the youth, right? So we've got an event coming up in March and then a few throughout the year, and as well as doing some sub-events to also do some outreach, do some volunteering, get our face and our name out there and support wherever we are needed and wherever we're wanted. So
you kind of touched on it, but you mentioned that anytime you have an event, there's going to be a component of that will have a nonprofit tie-in. What have been some of the organizations you've supported in the past? How have you done that?
We've done, well, we're going to do SPCA, which is really exciting. We've done Space Coast Pride. We've done Marine Resources Council.
Oh, yeah, you did it. Yeah.
Yeah, so there are quite a few that we've supported so far, and we've just got another few listed for our events coming up.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. I can't wait.
Exciting.
I'm going to stay tuned. So is there a cost to join the Space Coast Young Professionals?
No, not really. It's open to any partners that wants to come out and support. We do like if you're willing to donate a little bit to the nonprofit that we're supporting, but it's not required. We're just welcome to have anyone that would like to participate.
I mean, it sounds like such a fun group doing fun things who wouldn't want to come and hang out with a bunch of young folks, right?
Yeah, I hope a lot of people do come out to our events.
So what about some of the events that you mentioned? I know you've got your quarterly events and they're the big fundraisers or drives, if you will. What are some of the ways that you're going to be getting together and connecting to the community this year?
We just recently attended the 4 Under 40 Awards with Lead Brevard, and we were just so inspired by all of the developing talent and all of the people that make an impact in our community. So we're going to try to mimic that in a way and just go out and support in any way that we can, volunteer, do smaller events, and then have speakers throughout the Space Coast to come and maybe do smaller, just sessions, learning and development sessions that they'll come speak to us, maybe host panels and stuff. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, big plans. I think the right person is in charge. Yeah. So what's next for Space Coast Young Professionals? I mean, you mentioned some of these community events. What are your personal goals as taking the chair role?
I really just want to, like I said, what I'm passionate about is developing our youth. So if we can continue to do that, get our name out there, develop the community, and really grow Brevard. And like I also mentioned before, it's really everyone on my steering committee and everyone that attends our events are the future leaders of Brevard. So whatever we can do to better prepare them for the future, that's what I'm hoping to come out of this year.
Is there anything next for you personally? I mean, you've knocked a lot off the list during COVID already. But I wonder, do you have any personal goals you're going to tackle this year?
I would like to probably go back to school, maybe take some more
Again?
classes. Yeah.
Okay. You just
There's
can't
some
help yourself.
certificates.
Okay.
Yeah, I really want to take some leadership classes and maybe step into an actual leadership role in my
Okay.
company. Right now, it's more of a project manager role, but like I said, I'm very, very passionate about developing people. So I think a leadership position is what's next. Maybe not this year, but very soon, hopefully.
I've got someone I can introduce you to. Catherine Redloff was on earlier, and she's got a class that I'm going to take this year. So
Yeah,
maybe
let's
we'll
do it
be
together.
Athenas together. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Excellent. So this is the point in our program where I like to ask any guest that comes on to share with us a tip or a tenet. It could be something you heard, a little pearl of wisdom that resonated with you in your personal and professional life you think our viewers might benefit from hearing.
My go-to is stay humble and hustle hard, right?
Oh my God, I love that. We haven't heard that one yet. Okay,
Yeah,
expand on it. Yeah.
I have a little thing on my desk that reminds me of that every single day. But treat everyone with respect, no matter what kind of role they're in, no matter who they are. Treat everyone with respect and stay humble. Be true to yourself. The more you grow in your company, that shouldn't change your morals and your values. So stay humble, stay true to yourself, and hustle hard. Just keep working really, really hard, doing your job and doing great things, and good things will come out of it. So,
well, I think you definitely live those words, Becky. Thank you so
thank
much.
you. I appreciate that.
Thanks so much for taking time out of your day.
That was so much fun.
I'm wondering if anyone's watching right now, can you share the Collins website? So if they want more information on Collins.
Yeah, you can just look us up, Collins Aerospace. You can also look up Raytheon Technologies as well, and it should all come up.
Okay, perfect. And anyone interested in joining Space Coast Young Professionals, just go to the Melbourne Chamber website, melbourneregionalchamber.com. I'd like to again thank Becky for coming out this morning to spend some time with her. She's very busy. She's working on her next master's, I'm sure. So appreciate you and Collins for all you're doing.
Thank you so much. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad that I had the opportunity to chat.
Oh, you're welcome. So I've been your host, Mel Thomas, joining you here from the Hotel Melby. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.